Math is something that terrifies some, but others conquer with no fear. When I began this course, I found myself in a gray spot between those two very different feelings. As I've moved through this course, I began to realize that my own elementary school teachers never taught me the meaning behind why we do things a certain way in math. They simply taught me the algorithms and I memorized them. Once I realized this, I saw how important it is that I do everything in my power to make my own students have a positive outlook on math. I realized how critical it is for me to teach them why we do things the way we do and how to do those things in a way that makes sense to them. When we received our placements for tutoring at Reagan, I have to admit that I was terrified. 5th grade multiplication and division, just hearing those words gave me the chills. Not because I don't like those two concepts, but because I lacked the confidence that I needed to walk into a 5th grade class and teach them how to do multiplication and division in a way that they enjoyed. The week or so before we got to Reagan, I was a wreck. I constantly wondered what I needed to do, what I needed to say, or what I should show them. I wondered, can I do it? Will I actually be able to make a difference in these students' lives? Our first day in the field was extremely beneficial and really helped calm my nerves. It was great getting to know my students and to get to see what their outlook on math was. The things that they said regarding their feelings towards it made me start to think about what I needed to do in order to impact each of their views on math. The next few days were a roller coaster in our classroom. Chase and I began by teaching the array model for multiplication. To our surprise, our students had some trouble catching on to this model at first because it wasn't what they were used to. After lots of reflection and watching the recordings of myself, I realized the importance of slowing things down, explaining the objective clearly, and taking everything in small steps. After this, we did several problems together as a group. The students were in charge of telling me what they thought we should multiply next and where to write the answers. We also worked on place value and used that to color code their array models. After a day of reiterating the importance of each individual step, they finally began to understand. I saw a huge improvement in not only their work, but also in their confidence levels. One thing that didn't start out as a problem in our group was behavior. Every day we went over our expectations at the start of tutoring, and it seemed to work quite well. We didn't have a blurt chart or cue cards because our students cooperated and were always respectful. However, about halfway through our tutoring sessions, we started to have students struggle with staying focused and listening. Through this, I've realized the importance of a secure behavior management system that is put in place from the very beginning. I think that if we had done this in the first place, then we wouldn't have had the problems that we did. Overall, this experience has shaped me in so many ways and has shown me what I need to do in order to become a better teacher. As time went on, I began to realize that I really could do this. I can make a difference in these students' lives, regardless of what subject I'm teaching them. That's why I want to be a teacher, to make a difference. And because of this experience, I promise myself that I'm not going to let my own fears and insecurities get in the way of something great happening in my classroom.
I believe to teach is to touch a life forever, and it's what we learn today that'll make tomorrow better.